a week afterwards, we used to say, "Where is?"
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Tech Tuesday. Um, Quite a chilly Tuesday by the looks of things, although in some parts of the world we're not as chilly just yet, fortunately. So, as we learned last week, the hair acts as an insulator, and my insulator is working quite nicely so far. So, so maybe some other people need to grow more hair, but it's a good thing. And we've been covering the skin. Obviously, that's the largest organ of our body. And we've learned that it has a lot of functions, not just to make us look pretty and is the covering for our skeleton, but actually has a lot of other functions. And we've also covered recently a few of the conditions or diseases or injuries that we pick up on the skin. Some of them more nasty than others, but all those indicators on your skin are often indicators of your own body health. So it's a good idea to learn those little telltale signs and not just cover up the blemishes, but try and figure out what's causing them. And talking of covering up and also nourishing, as we know, we have to nourish our bodies. Well, we also have to nourish our skin. And being an organ, it needs the correct nutrition, just like the rest of our body. So tonight we're going to cover what is the correct nutrition that we need to feed our skin on the outside. Never mind just the inside. Obviously, taking our supplements and eating correctly feeds the skin from the inside, but we also need to feed the skin from the outside. So let me share my screen. And pick this up from where we were. Shrink that down. Okay, so we need to learn about how to make our skin beautifully healthy, both inside and outside. And when you turn on the TV or take a stroll in the mall, open a magazine, you're generally bombarded with advice and product advertisements that promise a whole multitude of miracles for your skin. The truth is that there is no miracle cream or food that will make your skin permanently youthful overnight. Just like with anything, people seem to think that there are instant cures these days. We all live in an instant society, and sadly, people seem to think that they can take years of abuse and just do that, and it's instantly reversed, and we look like we did when we were a teenager again, and there's no more problems after the last 40 or 50 years of abuse that we've put on our skin or on our body. And sad news, it doesn't work like that. If it did, then no other product would be needed, and the numerous beauty products currently on shelves wouldn't exist. Wrinkles, sagging skin, and other common concerns can take years to form, so it stands to reason that improvement takes time and is aided by following a good routine. I think the problem is we get so used to looking at our face on a daily basis in the mirror, we don't always notice the little wrinkles. We don't notice the little crow's feet next to the eyes. We don't notice the skin getting saggy until one day we go, oh, or we see a photograph, or we see an old photograph, and then we see a new photograph. And we suddenly realize how much damage has been done to the skin and how much it's changed over the years. A healthy lifestyle that includes proper nutrition, along with a high-quality daily skincare routine, can provide your skin with what it needs to look and feel its best. And I do believe that one of the best examples we've got of this is our team leader, Charlie Bolton. If you remember, up until just a few years ago, Charlie never worried about his skin. And he was starting to look his age. And somebody, one of his team members, said to him one day, "You are not using our skincare products." And he went, "Man, I don't need that stuff." And they said, "Think again. You are not using your skincare products." And that was a bit of a wake-up call for him. And look at Charlie these days. He's looking a whole lot younger. If you look at a photograph of him from, say, 3 or 4 years ago, and you look at him now, he's looking significantly younger. That is because he's using our skincare products. Research on skincare and aging is continuing to advance, and today we know more about the skin than ever before. For example, aging is a natural process. Unfortunately, it happens to all of us. However, we now have solid evidence revealing the tremendous impact that environmental factors can have in damaging effects and acceleration of the natural intrinsic aging process. Sadly, we are all aging because the alternative isn't a very good thing. Maybe for eternity it might be a good thing, but we still want to live for as long as possible. And we want to live as young and good looking as possible for as long as possible. These elements are often overlooked, but understanding them helps us better protect our skin and adopt a preventative approach. Because as we know, prevention is a whole lot less painful and cheaper than cure. In addition to prevention, there are many well-researched ingredients and nutrients that target different aspects of the skin and work to improve it in different ways. Some ingredients act topically, meaning on the surface. Some nutrients work by being consumed, and some work from the outside in and from the inside out. Just about everything around you affects your skin, though you may ignore much of the sensory stimuli on your skin because of a process called habituation. And that essentially means if you are in the sun and you've been in the sun for a while, you don't always feel it getting hotter. But if you've been inside a house or in the shade and you go outside, especially in summer, and you go, "Whoa, where did that heat come from? This has been quite dramatic." The heat has always been there, but we've gone from one extreme to another extreme, and that is where the problem comes in. Whereas if we are outside for some time, we know it's hot, but we don't always feel how bad it is. And the same goes for the exposure on your skin. You know you're being exposed to the sun's rays, but you don't know how bad it is until you get inside and you suddenly notice an hour or so later that where you used to have a nice, healthy-looking tan, you now are a very unhealthy-looking bright red. Know that you've had a problem. And that's because you got used to that heat, and that's where the issue came about. Habituation is when the response to a stimulus decreases after repeated or prolonged exposure. And I think you could liken it to being stabbed with a needle. First time you feel that prick, you feel it. But if I continue to stab you, after a little while, your skin grows numb and you don't actually notice it anymore. An example is feeling itchy when you first put on a wool sweater. The feeling fades after a few minutes. Body gets used to it. Something subtler than that you may acclimatize to without even noticing is humidity. And here in Natal, we are especially down here on the south coast, exposed to that. Inland, not as much. In certain climates, humidity is relatively constant, but others have wild variations between seasons. Changes are obviously noticeable when you're traveling from the desert climate in Namibia to the humid heat of the KZN coast. But what about more subtle changes? Do you notice a difference in humidity when stepping from the street into an air-conditioned office? Warm air can hold more water than cold air, which is why a hot summer's day often feels muggy too. But the average person spends significantly more time indoors than outdoors. Air conditioning is popular indoors, from office buildings to homes to shopping centers. Air conditioners actually pull moisture from the air to reduce the humidity, which changes the skin's pH and acid, skin's pH, and has a negative impact on the skin's barrier function. We've covered pH in previous sessions on this. A study exposed participants to low humidity for 6 hours and found that there was significant water loss in the stratum corneum, which is the outermost layer of the epidermis, also known as the horny layer. That's this part that you can see. Additionally, researchers found that skin roughness parameters increased in the participants, causing researchers to conclude that a dry environment contributed to skin dehydration and the formation of fine lines. Winter packs a double punch of drier, colder air outside, combined with the drying effects of indoor heating. We were speaking about Bloemfontein earlier. Well, get ready. In a study of 440 Chinese women, skin's hydration level and barrier function decreased during the cold, dry winter season. And I must say that, I always jokingly say that is part of the reason why I live where I do, but in all seriousness, that is one of the reasons why I like to live where I do, because yes, we have a lot of humidity in summer, but we don't have that biting, dry cold that inland has. And there is still some moisture in the air year-round over here. Sebum production was decreased, as were lipids and other natural hydrating factors that play a vital role in the skin's barrier function. We spoke last week about the sebum, which is pushed out basically around the hairs. And even though there's not always hairs that are visible, the sebum is still there in the skin. The barrier dysfunction was increased, particularly in older groups, and led to a higher rate of water loss through the skin. This is called transepidermal water loss, or TEWL, which further dries out the skin, which exaggerates all the bagginess and the creases in your skin. But the good news is there are two simple solutions that can reduce the dehydrating impact of seasons and indoor heating and cooling. Number one, a humidifier can reduce the impact of indoor heating and cooling by adding moisture back to the air. Again, here on the coast, we probably don't need these things. In summer, we often use a dehumidifier, but we don't really need a humidifier. Inland, you might want to look into investing in one of these. Secondly, a powerful moisturizer can hydrate your skin and prevent further water loss by strengthening its barrier function with lipids and reducing the rate of TEWL. High-quality moisturizers have significant amounts of active ingredients that are proven effective. One of them is a thing called hyaluronic acid. It's a potent moisturizing agent because the molecule has a unique capacity to retain water. Pardon me. The human body naturally produces hyaluronic acid and contains approximately 15 grams, or a third of it, located in the skin. That's quite a significant amount. About a third of the hyaluronic acid in the body is broken down and synthesized on a daily basis. However, aging naturally slows the synthesis process down. Retaining moisture in the skin is therefore crucial to healthy-looking skin and is especially essential in dry environments such as cold winter air or indoor air conditioning and heating. So for people who live away from the coast, in the frigid inner parts of the country, and those who live indoors and in offices, you're both at risk. Hyaluronic acid doesn't have to be synthesized in the body to be effective. It has been shown in studies that topical application of hyaluronic acid has an anti-wrinkle effect by plumping the skin through hydration and improving elasticity. In other words, checking over here, or you can actually check on your arm by gripping a piece of skin pulling it and seeing how quickly it takes to recover. The quicker it is, the more hydrated your skin is. The hyaluronic acid molecule comes in varying sizes and is referred to as molecular weights. The different size molecules have been shown by a sophisticated method known as Raman microimaging to penetrate the skin differently. Smaller and lower weight hyaluronic acid molecules were found to permeate through the stratum corneum, while larger, heavier molecules were impermeable and remained on the skin's surface. Low molecule weight hyaluronic acid has demonstrated an ability to reduce the visible appearance of wrinkles by its ability to deliver hydration in the skin. The better hydrated your skin, the less wrinkles you'll have. High molecular weight hyaluronic acid stays on the skin surface where it binds with water and cross-links or forms a mesh with other hyaluronic acid molecules to form a sort of hydration barrier, reducing the rate of TEWL. So think of Jiffy Wrap over your skin and then perspiration forming underneath it. It stays there, doesn't fall off your skin, but it stays there and keeps your skin well hydrated. Vitamin C is often associated with a healthy immune system, but it also plays an important role in skin health. Normal skin contains high concentrations of vitamin C, while aged and photodamaged or sun-damaged skin has been found to contain lower amounts. Vitamin C plays a number of important biological roles, including the potent antioxidant ability to neutralize and remove harmful antioxidants, such as those developed after exposure to ultraviolet or UV light, and environmental pollutants. Additionally, its role in promoting collagen formation, which naturally decreases with age, has been well established. This is why you'll often find vitamin C and collagen in skincare products these days. Collagen is a protein found throughout the body and provides key structural support for the skin, playing a role in skin firmness. It's not as good if taken orally because it is an incomplete protein, but topically on your skin works really well. In vitro studies have shown that when vitamin C is absent, cells decrease total synthesis and cross-linking of collagen fibers, therefore weakening the structure of the skin. Vitamin C is an additional nutrient that can nourish the skin both from the inside out and the outside in. And because it's water soluble, it does tend to break down quite quickly and easily. Studies show that oral supplementation with vitamin C increases the levels in blood serum, allowing the skin to take up sufficient levels and enhance its role as an antioxidant free radical scavenger. Getting enough vitamin C, whether from whole foods, supplementation, or a combination of the two, is important for overall health and for skin health. And that's why you'll often see people who have a healthy vitamin C intake often have healthier, younger looking skin. Vitamin C also works from the outside in and can affect your skin when applied topically. It works by many different mechanisms, and additional research is still needed to fully understand these. But research has already shown that topical vitamin C has a range of activities, including being an antioxidant, contributing to photoprotection, which is protection from the sun, and helping prevent pigmentation that forms dark spots. Phytonutrients, also referred to as phytochemicals, are found in plants and include a broad spectrum of compounds. And these include carotenoids and polyphenols, such as flavonoids, isoflavones, and curcuminoids, to name just a few. Do these sound familiar? Do you know of any other products that have got these in them? Phytonutrients play innumerable important roles in health, and higher intakes are correlated to better overall health and a reduced risk for cardiovascular and other diseases. But we're going to focus on how they help the skin. Phytonutrients have roles in maintaining skin health and appearance, whether consumed or applied topically. The skin benefits of phytonutrient supplementation have been well established. A clinical study recorded various measures of skin health in women and then gave one group a phytonutrient blend supplement for 8 weeks. Researchers measured skin damage induced by ultraviolet radiation and saw noticeable improvements in a number of facial skin attributes, improved overall appearance, elasticity, and radiance, along with a reduction in TEWL. They concluded that the phytonutrients had a protective effect and limited damage from the harmful radiation, which is why it's a good idea to be taking your phytonutrients orally before going out in the sun, because then you're protected both from the inside out and then obviously through your skincare from the outside in. Many phytonutrients have antioxidant action and protect the skin by scavenging free radicals that are caused by exposure to environmental hazards like the sun's UV rays. Phytonutrients have been studied extensively, but new research is unlocking answers to how some of the mechanisms work. So they know that they work, they're not always too sure how they work. Phytonutrients have had observed anti-inflammatory effects, excuse me, and now the molecular targets of inflammation have been more clearly identified, giving us new information about how they work in the body. Lipids in the skin are vitally important, particularly omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. They play diverse structural and protective roles, contributing to the maintenance of the stratum corneum, or the horny layer, permeability barrier, which affects the rate that the skin loses water. And it inhibits pro-inflammatory factors and promotes wound repair. A wide variety of lipids, including cholesterol, phytosterols, and ceramides, are integrated in the skin and are crucial for proper structure and function, which is why if you're taking anti-cholesterol medication, it could affect your skin as well. They affect the composition of the skin's microbiome, which is the bacteria, which is important for maintaining proper pH levels and allows the skin barrier to function properly. Fish oil is the most scientifically validated source of omega-3 and an incredibly popular supplement for cardiovascular health. The latest research shows that omega-3s also contribute to the skin's lipid composition and promote skin's elasticity and flexibility. A review paper analyzing existing studies on fish oil found that it indeed had multiple positive impacts to the skin, including inhibiting UV-induced inflammation, improved barrier function, and reduced rates of dermatitis, which is an inflammatory and itchy skin condition. And I must say that I do take a fair amount of carotenoids and omegas on a daily basis, and generally don't burn that easily in the sun. Even if I spend a good couple of hours outside, I might go slightly red, but I don't really burn as such. And these benefits can be achieved through oral supplementation. Linoleic acid, which is an omega-6 essential fatty acid, and the parent of the family, is the most abundant fatty acid in the epidermis and must be obtained from food, as it cannot be synthesized in the body. It and its derivatives play a central role in the structure and function of the stratum corneum permeability barrier. Insufficient levels of essential fatty acids lead to increased water loss through the skin. And new research has also demonstrated the effects of topically applied phytosterols, which is a type of lipid found in plants. When used on the exterior of your skin, such as in a skincare product, it has been found to have recovery effects. Using a technique called reflectance spectrophotometry, scientists examined the effects of a topically applied phytosterol on skin repair and found that damaged skin treated with the phytosterol had a faster rate of barrier function recovery than untreated skin. Other lipids play roles, and more research is being done on plant oils and compounds. For example, argan oil has been studied and shown to significantly decrease the rate of water loss and significantly increase water content in the epidermis, as well as its elasticity. This effect was found in postmenopausal women, and interestingly, both consuming the argan oil and applying it to the skin were effective in improving the measures. Not all lipids are the same, however, and the control group consumed and/or applied olive oil and did not see the skin improvements. Researchers hypothesized that this is because argan oil has higher antioxidant levels due to the presence of vitamin E. This also shows that a single nutrient or ingredient can have multiple mechanisms of efficacy, and that things often work in synergy with some nutrients enhancing the function of others. That is why a high-quality skincare product will incorporate multiple effective ingredients that work to target issues through a variety of mechanisms. Your skin is an amazing and complex organ. It is your body's largest organ, equaling about 15% of your total body mass, and has many important functions, such as regulating your body temperature and water content. Your body is constantly shedding old skin cells and manufacturing new ones, such a rapid rate that your skin replaces itself approximately every month. Adopting a healthy lifestyle, which includes a well-balanced diet with quality nutrients, staying properly hydrated, adequate and regular sleep, reducing stress, and avoiding tobacco and alcohol, has a positive impact on your skin's quality and appearance. The Nutriance Organic range offers the most unique source for biocompatibility and perfect harmony with the skin through marine-based nutrients, drawing upon the expertise of leading skincare experts, marine biologists, and prestigious research and dermatology centers. The result is beautifully healthy and protected skin. The new Rejuvenating Rich Cream is packed with powerful ingredients, and so it protects against any moisture-robbing environments that we constantly face, and which are the greatest enemies of our skin's youthfulness. It's time to turn back time with the Nutriance Organic Skincare range. And just to cover this quickly.
Hi, I'm Holly Morrow, and I've been practicing in dermatology for over 20 years. And I'm going to speak just a little bit about Nutriance Organic Skincare. This Nutriance Organic Skincare, I'll touch on each individual product, and then I'll also talk about 4 components that make the organic skincare line different from other skincare lines out there. So first I'll talk about the cleanser. The cleanser is something that is not harsh or irritating. It's something that won't irritate the surface of your skin. It is pH balanced, so it's keeping your skin at that balanced place where it needs to be. And the cleansing gel actually has something in it. It has an evergreen extract that helps fight the bacteria that causes acne. So there's some special components in these cleansers that really help maintain the health of your skin. Secondly, toner or tonic. This is a step that can be confusing to some people, but the reason to use a toner or a tonic, there are 2 reasons. One is to maintain that pH balance on your skin. So maybe the water has changed the pH balance of your skin, maybe you're using a different cleanser that has. This is something that can get your skin back to the pH balance where it needs to be, so you don't get redness or irritation or scale from being imbalanced. Secondly, it's prepping your skin for the next steps, for the next products that you're going to be using. So it helps prep your skin. So that's why a tonic is an important step. Next is the hydrating serum. So this serum, think about it as antioxidants, kind of a powerhouse of wonderful ingredients that are going on your skin to improve the health of your skin. The antioxidants will help repair damaged cells, and it'll also help prevent further damage in the future. So it's really something, we take anti-inflammatory and antioxidant things for our bodies. This is something that we can do on the surface to help the quality of our skin. It also has marine botanicals in it. These marine botanicals are really significant antioxidants and anti-inflammatory components. Next is the cream. So the hydrating cream is something that is special because it contains all three components that a moisturizer should have. It has an emollient factor. Emollient moisturizers go down deep into the skin. It also has occlusive moisturizers like essential oils that help the surface of our skin. And it has humectants. The humectants go down deep in those cells to pull in water to extra moisturize. So this is something that you can count on to moisturize your skin in a deeper way. Next, we have the two products that I love. My favorite one is the Rejuvenating Rich Cream. The Rejuvenating Rich Cream is something that is a thicker moisturizer. In Colorado is where I live, and I really need that extra moisture. It has shea butter in it, in addition to those essential oils and antioxidants. It also has squalene. Squalene is something that's a wonderful antioxidant to help repair your skin. So that's why I really like this product, because it's an antioxidant heavy hitter, but also a really great moisturizer. Then lastly is the Eye Lift Gel. So the Eye Lift Gel is a treatment for around your eyes. It helps the puffiness around your eyes. It can help with fine lines and wrinkles. So it's something that, because of the marine botanicals and the antioxidants, it's a treatment for around your eyes for that fragile skin that is pretty wonderful. And you can use it twice a day. Next, I'll touch on, now that you know more about the products, I'll touch on Nutrient Organic as a whole. So the product line as a whole, 4 ways that it differs from other products. So the first way is that it's organic. So finding an organic skincare line is really hard to do. This one's organic and clean. It doesn't have parabens or sulfates in it, so you know you're not getting unwanted preservatives or chemicals in these products. Next, they're not harsh or irritating, and they're all pH balanced, every single one of them. So you know that you're protecting that acid mantle layer that's on our skin to keep from getting redness or irritation. So that's very important. Next, clinically proven. These products have been tested in studies and clinically proven to make a difference in skin. They can improve hydration and health of your skin. And the reason why this is important and stands alone from other products is that products in the skincare realm are not FDA approved, so they don't have to go through studies. These are products that have been studied and we know they work, though other products we're not sure what's going on with those. The last is SAB. So the SAB is a scientific advisory board, and the scientific advisory board, scientists have gotten together to choose the ingredients that go into these products. They've chosen marine botanicals off the coast of France, hand harvesting kelp. They have chosen baobab oil, squalene, antioxidants, vitamin C, all sorts of amazing ingredients to put in these products. And what's important is these scientists have gotten these products together, these ingredients together, and they know that they all work together and that they stay stable in the bottle and they penetrate your skin. It's important to have all those things for a product to work. And we have a whole board of scientists that have come together to create these products. So they're very special in that way. So that's it for me and Nutrient Organic. Hopefully you've learned a little more about it, and these products are very special.
And that's it for this week. We've got about 3 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions or comments before I stop the recording?